Hello everyone, I'm Nicole Mendoza and ako yung last reporter sa foundation. So yung topic ko po is learners from indigenous groups. So, indigenous peoples is isa silang special groups na connected sa land nila kung saan sila nakatira. This land is important to who they are and how they live. Meron silang own leaders and ways of doing things, but they often face unfair challenges in education, gaya ng not having good schools or yung culture nila is being ignored. Even though it's hard, indigenous students bring great knowledge and different ways of thinking and also strength to their learning. So, mayroong mga challenges na kinakaharap ang mga indigenous learners. Una ay ang lack of access to quality education. So many indigenous communities have trouble getting good education dahil sa malayo sila nakatira or their schools don't have what they need and wala silang enough money para masuportahan yung school nila. Pangalawa is yung cultural disconnect and devaluing of indigenous knowledge. Dito naman is, for example, may isang school na yung tinuturo niya is one kind of music lang, gaya ng classical music, and they never talk about other kinds of music, gaya ng hip-hop or country. That's kind of what happens with indigenous knowledge in many school. Nagpo-focus sila sa knowledge and ways of doing things that are common in the wider society. Hindi sila nagpe-pay attention sa special knowledge and traditions na meron ng indigenous people. It's like yung culture ng indigenous peoples is na-left out or not considered important. Pangatlo is yung systemic racism and discrimination. Even though schools are supposed to be fair for everyone, indigenous students is often face unfair treatment dahil sa race nila. This isn't just about individual mean people, but about how the whole school system sometimes works against them, like having rules that make it harder for them to succeed or not valuing their culture. So next is the language barriers. So many indigenous languages is not used or tinuturo sa school. This can make it hard para sa mga indigenous students to learn because they might not understand the language used sa klase or feel comfortable speaking their own language. It also means that these language are at risk of disappearing. So next is the trauma and intergenerational trauma. So halos sa indigenous communities have been hurt by things na nangyari sa past nila, like being forced to leave their own land or being sent to schools kung saan hindi sila allowed na magsalita sa language nila. This pain can be passed down from generation to generation, making it hard for indigenous people to heal and thrive. Panghuli sa challenges is yung lack of culturally relevant curriculum. So, kadalasan sa mga schools, hindi nila tinuturo yung about sa experiences, knowledge, and perspectives ng indigenous peoples. It's like they only tell one side of the story and forget about the important things that indigenous communities have to offer. Ngayon naman, dumako tayo sa opportunities for indigenous learners. So, first is yung culturally responsive education. Ito is para siyang building a bridge between the classroom and indigenous cultures. It means teachers use indigenous knowledge, stories, and ways of learning to make school more meaningful and relevant para sa mga indigenous students. It's about respecting and valuing their unique perspectives and experience. So next is the indigenous knowledge system. Itong indigenous knowledge system is like adding a whole new chapter to the book of learning. Indigenous knowledge systems are the wisdom and practices passed down through generations of indigenous people. So bringing this into education means students learn not just from textbooks, but also from the deep understanding of the world that indigenous communities have. It makes learning more connected to real life and respects the unique knowledge that indigenous people hold. Pangatlo ay ang indigenous language revitalization. So, ito naman is about helping indigenous language come back to life sa schools. So, indigenous students can feel proud sa kanilang culture and connect with their history. So, susunod naman is yung community-based learning. So, yung mga teacher is kailangan nilang matutunan kung paano suportahan yung mga indigenous students in a way that honors their culture and helps them succeed. It's like giving teachers the tools they need to build a strong bridge between the classroom and indigenous communities. Next is the teacher education and professional development. So, dito naman is parang opening the classroom doors to the wisdom and knowledge of indigenous communities. By working together, schools can create learning experiences that are more meaningful and respectful of indigenous cultures. So, next is the indigenous-led education. So, yung indigenous-led education means letting indigenous communities design their own school. Sa paraang yon, they can teach in a way that honors their culture, history, and languages, making learning more meaningful para sa mga students. In 1997, Republic Act 8371, also known as Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act, was enacted. Um, it is a landmark law in the Philippines that recognizes and protects the rights of indigenous cultural communities and indigenous peoples. It aims to ensure their cultural integrity, protect their ancestral domains, and promote their economic, social, and cultural well-being. So, yung example dito sa IPRA or Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act is meron silang right to manage and conserve the natural resources within their ancestral domains. This means they can decide how to use forests, rivers, and other resources in a sustainable way that benefits their community and protects the environment. IPRA also ensures that indigenous communities have a say in decisions that affect their lands and resources, meaning they can participate in projects that might impact their ancestral domains gaya ng mining or logging and ensure that their interests are considered and protected. Yun lang po. Thank you!